Hello and welcome to Unison, the Church of Tomorrow. One love, one planet, and one people. Our topic for today's presentation is spirituality. Who or what is God? This was one of my questions during my spiritual journey. I embarked on this journey because of a hole in my heart after I fired my foreign cultural god. A foreign cultural god is any god that has his or her origin in a foreign land. For example, Lord Shiva is a foreign cultural god to an African, a European, or an American, because Lord Shiva has its roots in India. In the same way, the God of Christianity is a foreign cultural god to an African, a European, and an American, because the God of Christianity has its roots in the Middle East. It is obvious that any god that has his or her roots in a culture is not the God of the universe, but a cultural god. You can take cultural gods to other cultures, but you cannot take the God of the universe to any culture, because the God of the universe is everywhere. According to Alain de Lille, a French theologian and philosopher, God is an intelligible sphere whose center is everywhere and whose circumference is nowhere. If God's center is everywhere, we can say that God is in Africa, Asia, Europe, Americas. In short, God pervades the whole universe. Now the definition goes on to say that God's circumference is nowhere, meaning that no culture, religion, group of people or nation can claim to have the God of the universe. We can conclude from this definition that gods like Zeus, Yahweh, Shiva, Vishnu, Jesus, and Allah do not qualify, because we can trace their center to specific cultures. The essence in the definition of God is that God's center is everywhere and God's circumference is nowhere. The common denominator of all the gods mentioned above is that they are cultural gods. Cultural gods may be gods to their people, but they do not fit this definition. Who or what then is the God of the universe? When I did my research on this question, most of the responses came from the Bible. But we have already shown that a cultural God cannot be the God of the universe. And since the Bible mostly tells about a cultural God and his people, we need more sources in order to make an intelligent decision on God. You need to ask the Chinese, and you really cannot know about God without consulting with the Indians. Further, you need to find out from all the cultures that have not been adulterated by foreign cultural religions. Thus, during my quest, I read the Bhagavad Gita and the Upanishads from India. Then I read the Tao Teaching from China. I looked for African literature on God from an African point of view, but I could not find any. Instead, it was my mother who shared a story about the God of my people before the introduction of foreign cultural religions like Christianity and Islam. After I read the Upanishads, the hole in my heart disappeared. According to the Kina Upanishad, him, they are talking about God now, the God of the universe. Him the eye does not see, nor the tongue express, nor the mind grasp. Him we neither know nor are able to teach. Different is he from the known, and different is he from the unknown. According to the Tao teaching, the Tao has no form, but it brought forth the heavens and the earth. The Tao has no feeling, but it runs the heavens. The Tao has no name, but it nurtures everything in the universe. Obviously, both the Upanishads and the Tao teaching are cultural documents like the Bible, but unlike the Bible, their writings about the God of the universe are universal. The Chinese do not claim the Tao because it pervades the universe, and the Indians do not claim Brahman because he rules over all his creation. After listening to my mother, I came to the conclusion that all the gods we have now in our world today are cultural gods, and the God of the universe is unknowable. In other words, anyone who claims to know God is a scammer. However, we can all experience God. This presentation shows how we are all connected to the God of the universe. In this picture, the ultimate mystery is the God of the universe. Notice that no one has the God of the universe to himself or herself. Instead, we are all connected to the God of the universe. If you look closely, you will also observe that even the cultural gods do not have a special place with regard to the God of the universe. Both humans and the gods are equally connected to the God of the universe. The only difference between you and the cultural gods is that you worship the cultural gods while no one worships you. Now is the time for how to live well in this world. Joseph Campbell once said that if you really want to help this world, what you have to teach is how to live in it. And education makes it easy. Education is the process of acquiring knowledge, and knowledge frees us from the shackles of ignorance. We can acquire knowledge by enrolling and attending a school. We can acquire knowledge by reading books, doing research, becoming an apprentice, listening to our parents and teachers, having a mentor, teaching others, writing, personal experiences, and dedication to lifelong learning. Think about it and subscribe for more. Thank you for listening. Unism, the church of tomorrow. One love, one planet, and one people. Unism is a spiritual organization dedicated to the celebration of all lives, including plants, fishes, birds, and animals. Our vision is to lead our world from division, separation, and survival of the fittest to unity, cooperation, and interdependence to enable all people to live well here and now. Our mission is to celebrate all lives irrespective of nationality, race, culture, religion, color, or bad circumstances. We are all loved without conditions, and we are all blessed without requirements. Our goal is to provide all people with the teachings and practices they need in order to live fulfilled lives. May you make each moment you live a moment of love, peace, and happiness for yourself and for everyone you meet. Thank you for your support.